Hello and thanks for stopping by. I've long been a critic of the United Nations. If it was right to criticise the European Union for being remote, unrepresentative and forever dishing out petty regulations, and it was, then the United Nations can be accused of a similar set of failings. We've all witnessed the appalling events in Ukraine perpetrated by Vlad the Mad in Moscow, yet the United Nations cannot even issue a statement from the Security Council condemning it. Why? Because Russia is a permanent member of the Security Council and obviously isn't going to support any such statement. Incidentally, both China and India abstained from voting on that statement. Shameful of India, as the world's biggest democracy, not to be seen defending a democratic state under attack. No surprise from Vlad's lukewarm pal Jinping, though. But back to the United Nations. Since their creation in October 1945, they've been steadily expanding their field of competence to the point where they now appear to attempt to set policy in a number of fields. No longer is it simply a forum for the resolution of potential international conflict, as it was in its original purpose. It now seems to see itself as a quasi-world government. It has criticised the UK 16 times in the last decade, from council tax charge for an empty bedroom to the use of undercover police officers in radical organisations. It seems to me that we could legitimately turn the tables around and condemn the United Nations way more than 16 times. Who gave it the right to investigate and criticise public policy decisions resulting from a free and fair election? Who elected them? Where do they get their assumed authority from? I do not recall anyone ever asking me whether I approved of the United Nations monitoring our policy decisions. Who gave them the authority to challenge an elected government? Who pays them? Oh, of course, that would be you and me as usual. Why are they demanding conformity and stifling debate or discussion over climate change? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting that's the new religion. Again, I'm asking who gave them the right to determine what is true and reject valid criticism or even debate. How come we have to tolerate yet another supranatural national body, pay for it, and follow an agenda that nobody has ever given them and probably few would support? How do these people get appointed? I've never seen an advert for such a job at the United Nations. When did they abandon the basic reason for their existence? I mean, they haven't done terribly well at stopping Russia, have they? They can't even manage to slap their own wrist. They kicked them out of a committee on human rights. Oh wow. But the Russians still have a veto and sit on the Security Council. Laughable if it wasn't so serious. Wasn't the United Nations formed to defend against totalitarian, aggressive states like Hitler's Germany and the militarists in Japan? If so, why has the Communist Party of China infiltrated them so thoroughly? So thoroughly that the United Nations didn't dare speak out against them when the COVID pandemic or plandemic appeared. Why do dictatorships remain within the United Nations organisational bodies? Why are there so many of them? The bodies, that is. Is it not time that we demanded an overhaul of that bloated body and refocus it on the job it was created to do? Either that or we need UNEXIT and start all over again. This time, only allowing people in who are genuine, authentic democracies and forbid anyone who turns into a totalitarian state and kick them out if they are there already. That way, maybe the world can get some sense. Thanks for listening. If you like what I do, please think about leaving a comment or a like, or better still, a sub. Until next time, stay safe and bye for now.